So today I want to talk about the art of the deal. And there's a million videos, there's a million books, there's plenty of gurus that tell you all about the art of the deal. The problem is making a deal is the second part of the equation. Almost none of them talk about what happens before the art of the deal. And that's where success and failure in bartering, commerce, and trade occurs. Now, with our economic collapse that's turned into a full-blown depression and the deepening of it, we all need to be careful, because what comes before the art of the deal is the bait. And there's several kinds of bait. And I've been in the gun business for a long time. And I also worked in the corporate world. And what happens is you have to get somebody interested and to the point they want to make a deal. So if you're bartering and you're trading either post-collapse or now, there's a few cautionary tales to look out for. So in the pawn business, it's very common to use bait objects. And what happens is bait objects work against the psyche of people that want to cheat you or they want to get over on you. So what happens is the people that like to resell and the people that want to rip you off or get the best deal possible or buy something way under cost, they fall for the bait. And what happens is, for instance, in a pawn shop, they'll take a real high-end gun or tool or object and they'll leave the price tag off of it. But almost everything else will have a price tag on it. And what happens is people will come in and they'll mill around and they'll look at that and they'll walk through the store, they'll think about it, and they will assume that the owner of the pawn shop does not know the value of that item, and they think they're going to rip the pawn dealer off. But what happens is that bait draws people in. And what it does is it gets them to buy other stuff in the store, even though it's low cost, to appear friendly, businesslike, and attempt to make a deal. And these bait items actually sell a huge amount of stuff in the store, but are rarely sold themselves. Because once the person that wants to make a deal finds out that the pawn owner or the gun store owner knows what that's worth, then they leave. But what I've noticed over the years is those things sell a tremendous amount of product, even though they don't sell themselves, so they more than make their money back. Now, the next thing that entices people to make a deal is what's called the touch. And what happens is people like to touch and run their hands over things that are extremely valuable or things they want but they can't have, or things that they legally cannot qualify to buy. So for instance, at a gun show, if I take a machine gun and I chain it down on a gun table so people can walk by and put their hand on it and look at it, they will buy all kinds of stuff that's sitting around it. Because what it does is it draws people in. And it's human nature to want to touch things and have that experience, because it's an experience kind of thing where people want to touch things that they can't have, and that's a big draw. So when you see these things going on, know that you're being manipulated into the art of the deal. And when you think about it, almost everything, including advertising, and naturally all the large channels on YouTube, are all bait. So it kind of goes around. They're going to show you things to entice you in to buy what you can afford to buy or what you're able to buy but can't actually afford. So please share your comments, and we'll see you on the next video.